Hey guys, Capricorn King here. The name of the channel, not the name that I voluntarily designate myself to. You already have a designated role in this reality, but you just need to resuscitate that vibration that is currently in a state of amnesia within your heart. And then once that resuscitation comes from doing certain practices to negate the reality that's not actually an actuality, what is actually doing the being of this reality, then you will see. It will be illumined. Anyways, the topic of this video, right now it's gone dark. I'm struggling with light at the minute, but these videos don't get watched, and right now it's gone weird again. These videos are very poor quality, not qualitative at all. So my justification of that is it's about the qualitative transmission of the heart. The propagation is what you will synthesize in your reality and reverberate what I'm saying as a mirror of what's already in you. So the video doesn't matter, but we're so used to attributing worth from the visual illusion, which I've said in another video, that people crave this. There's like a proclivity to crave what's visually stimulating. Sorry, I haven't got that here. I don't have a camera that does that. I'm working what I have. By the way, this eye is irritating, and I don't know what it is, allergy or something. But over in the UK, Sheffield, it is very cold. And I don't think I treat my skin enough. Lesson right there. Which I'm going to do a video about why things occur, why certain things in our life seem like a detriment, and again we have a tendency to victimize ourselves to that detriment, exacerbating and amplifying it as a detriment. You create your reality, and not at all. I mean, these things come because they're like a splinter to show you that the splinter was just like a prelude phase to something that may be worse. You pull the splinter out, there was never one there, but it's to say that stop inducing your own turmoil, because we're in our heads. So the light is terrible. I can't find the light. I've tried every angle of the room. And if you switch this video off, it's your loss. I am not gaining anything at all from doing these videos. At all. I am not gaining anything. I'm doing it voluntarily. I am not gaining a thing. My soul is quenched from my own generative ability, and that reciprocates through the reality in which we are an effect of. I don't need to do these videos. I do it to help people. If you're going to switch this video off because of the sake of the quality of the camera, you're doing this to yourself. Anyways, I'm not saying that I am everything what's the word? These cliched sayings revolves. I'm not saying everything revolves around me, but the knowledge I'm propagating is what you are in your heart, and that is the orientation of the whole inclusivity. So this video is about today bullshit things. Oh, you don't like the profanity? Get that off the video. It's just a word. If a word is still having a spell upon you, a swear word, a curse. All words are curses. We have just excluded a certain amount of words to be curse words from the whole English language, which is a curse, because it's the alphabet. The phonetic influence is very finite, and it's like a fractured. It's a fraction of the whole essence of what you actually are, the indelible imprint of your soul, which is making this reality to be. The phonetic alphabet not really damages that process, not damages it, but has the fluidity of your essence. It has an inimical effect of that. It detriments that flow and makes you think in a suggestive dualism. So the whole language is a curse. So stop doing this with saying it's swear words a curse. To me, it's a form of zealousness about what I'm projecting from the heart. It's a form of passion. So this topic is about, my eyes really bad, is about things relative to bullshit, BS. And I'm going to point out a few things here. One of them is the first topic, number one, is these diets and relating them to spirituality. I'm calling bullshit out on this because, for example, these diets are another species which is deceptive in intention to lure you in to another idea. Thinking that it's outside of you. Go on this diet. Things should be balanced. Acidic, alkaline. Sometimes an overly alkaline diet has a detriment. It's a breeding ground for parasites. Alkaline. Okay? Sometimes acidity, to getting the balance right. Alkaline helps the inflammation, which reduces illnesses relative to inflammation and discomfort. Acidity gets rid of certain parasites that may be having a detriment to your biomechanistic flow. Okay? Coffee is known to kill like the when the coffee is roasted, it's been modified and all that stuff. Anyways, the coffee and its acidic level can actually kill certain parasites, and it flushes your bowels out too, because it's meant to be a poison to your body and also poison to these parasites. And I'm going to have a sip of my coffee as I'm saying this. I'm a princess. Nothing can stop this princess. What pertinence does that hold as I'm speaking, which means relevance to, anyway. So diet, bullshit, because it's all twisted and it's a marketing thing for corporations. A corporation, let me just get into some occultist knowledge, which means hidden, cryptic. Now I'm illuminating it for you. What was I saying? Diets, yeah? Corporation. Corpse. You're a corpse, you're dead. Which means they instill this notion subliminally, symbolically, in your neural network, which becomes a synaptic response and reflex to think you're nothing. Corporation, corpse, you're dead. So you have to go to something externalized for your sustenance instead of being generative, instead of being organic, zero, the organic 360 back through yourself. So diets, they do this, intermittent fasting, tried it, doesn't work. Maybe it works for some people. Maybe it does. Maybe the diet was so bad before they was eating so much sugar in the morning, because that's a reflex inculcated, and there's also relatively other effects of the government, or not even government. The video stopped. It froze then. Anyways, so along with the other inculcated methods, which means gradually drip fed into your neural network that this is you, diet was one of them. Eat cereal with sugar in the morning, milk, and all this. That's okay, milk's fine, but we're inundating our bodies with too much sugar in the morning, which makes you insulin resistant, and it converts to toxicity in your body fat. I'm not good at science, just the basics I know. Intermittent fasting will work for so long if your diet is already terrible, and if you're eating terrible foods in the morning, and you're not actually working it up, you're not training, you're not utilizing, your body's not using it to fuel certain things, too much saturates. To eat all this stuff, inundate your body with it, and you're not doing anything with it, then yes, intermittent fasting will work, but it's not the key. It's not the key. I've tried it for years. I didn't get lean. You say eat from... I know someone's going to have a scientific explanation for this and justification, but I'm calling bullshit on it. I think what happens is we start to attribute the diet of relative to the notion that it's put in our heads that it's going to work. So therefore, the energy that's generated from that idea creates the effect. But the actual objective of it doesn't work. It's not a key to anything. I think because we are generators, so whatever we generate will mirror that reality. And if we rigidly associate that with whatever we are perceiving it to be, will become the reality. So the diet will work because on that basis of that, not because of the actual veracity within that objective, which means conforming to its fact. If you jump off a cliff, you're conforming to the fact that it will kill you. That's obvious. But all the other things, trivialities, are inundating us and encapsulating us. So the intermittent fasting diet, I'm calling bullshit. I've tried it for many years and it didn't work. I didn't get lean. I never had a six-pack. I got a six-pack when I was boxing, training hard. That's when I got a six-pack. Actually moving, actually tapping into our primitive states. I got a six-pack. Never did I get a six-pack on diet. Never. It can help. You're not going to get a six-pack if you're eating 12 donuts before you go boxing and then 12 donuts after. But if you substitute them donuts with less sugar, more slow-releasing carbohydrates, whole grains, then it will be slow-released. It won't be zapping your insulin. Insulin resistant is where your cells on a cellular level, they're dilated, and if you don't feed the sugar too much, if you feed it too much, it will inundate it. It will shut off. Too much sugar overload. If it's slow releasing through the day, like this, it reduces that effect. But if you're training really hard, you have some sugar before, like a big sugary meal, it will utilize that. You've got to know what works for you. And most of it is all in the head. It really is. Sometimes I've had a lean body without thinking about it, or about even amplifying any notion in my head that's being instilled through exogenous influence outside of me. And I've looked lean and great, and I'm like, wow, I'm not doing anything. Exactly. sometimes we induce cortisol response in our bodies, right, through the effects of emphatically approaching things instead of being natural, emphatic, like forcefully trying to do something and be something, which the stress creates an effect of the body that makes you not to lose weight. It's acidic. Fat is acidic. Again, I'm not proficient in this area. I'm just going on what I already know. So that's one thing, the diets. Would God have created itself to have a restricted, limited diet? If there's a balance to it, enjoy the food. Enjoy the food. I don't feel like eating until maybe 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not intermittent fasting. I just don't feel the need to eat. It's ego related. If you're not eating if you're eating all the time, it's ego related. It's something you lack inside, and it's some deprivation that you're trying to compensate for. And that's just not through food. It's through also exploiting other people's, being expedient, using people to your convenience to extract some energy. It goes for the same thing. So yeah, the first thing, diet, is bullshit for me. This video is going to be called that. What's the next thing I can call on? Let's go on the next thing, right? Sex is a big thing. Sex seems to be the thing is, we are an effect of sex. Our life force is an expression of sex. What makes us to be animate here in this projection of three-dimensional perception is sex. It's cognate to carbon, which means it's synonymous with the word carbon. Sex, 666, the subatomic layout, the expression of the nucleus emanating is of a carbon reality of Earth, the body. So we are an expression of sex. Why do we condemn it so much? Because this is, again, being exogenously influenced. It's become taboo and repressed. And when something's repressed, it creates compression. And the rigidity of that compression has nowhere to go, and it's so frictional and it's not loose. So I'm calling bullshit out on this, that the sex is condemned in religion, everywhere. Isn't it funny how religion is modern day religion is correspondent to the tyrannical propensity of the government, right? It's related, but we get subliminally inundated by sexual enticements. So they're creating something in us that is proliferating in the sense that we need more of it to be, and then it's condemned. You see the trap we are in. Sex is healthy if it's a mutual exchange and you know that you're doing it to fulfill an urge. You're not fulfilling anything, you're expressing something. That is you. If it's used in that way, then it has no detriment to anybody or anything, or the earth itself. But if you're using it because, again, you're in deprivation and you feel like that's filling a void, that you're not already a sufficient essence within you, endogenously, within internally, then that is when it's parasitic and it's a detriment to people, and it will exploit that source through them. But if it's just expressing a feeling of what we are, then it's absolutely fine. But it's when we exceed the limit of it, we exceed it, and it becomes our life, and you're not doing anything else. and that is the core orientation of your life. That's when that is the antithesis to expression. It's the opposite. Because now you're using the life force to damage itself because you feel lack. But if you're doing it because it's a feeling and you want to express it, and others can mutually do that, then what is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Why are we condemning it so much? Release control. You came into this world through that medium of sex, that expression. So the priests and all these people that have this superiority fucking complex, they're idiots, and it's bullshit. Yes, you're chasing yourself and you're chasing sex. You're chasing yourself because everything's a mirror of you in this reality. If you're sex, they are sex too. It's a direct mirror. Okay, there's nothing in it for you. It's not going to it's not going to vivify you. It's not going to take from you. It's not where the source is. Yes, I agree. But it's not a bad thing. But we, again,